Hey, YouTube and Facebook, we're just getting rolling. I will be starting in just a moment. Oh, here we go. And we're going to be starting live here and live here. Okay. Let's just make sure. We are streaming in so many places right now. Our faces are just all over the place. Let's see. All over.
You can find us anywhere now.
Instagram, YouTube, Facebook. Let's check. There's Smoothie Shred. All right. Okay. Sweet. We are set. Hey, everyone. This is Dr. Brooke Golden from Goodbye Lupus and
Solomon Tadlock,
my gorgeous son. And we're here casually today because it's a holiday and we're not working, but it's also, as you pointed out, a family holiday.
Yeah.
And I just thought, well, since we're hanging out anyway, come hang out with me as we come over to the office and do some Wellness Wednesday for folks. Just in case you were looking for motivation to stay healthy during the holidays. So, of course, Solomon will be taking questions too. I do want to start out with some learning, though. And I always start out with a little motivation and learning and stuff. And so I was trying to think of what would be the best thing to teach you today. And then I realized what probably most of you need right now. I might be making some assumptions. Some of you are already, you're locked in. It doesn't matter where you are, where you go, you're not eating anything back, right? You're locked in. It doesn't matter. Your salads are ready and no one's going to get in your way, right? And if that's you, good.
Congratulations.
Yes. And
Amazing.
The rest of you who logged in just hoping I would inspire you not to eat the stuff you shouldn't be eating, welcome. All right. So what I was thinking, what would motivate folks the most? And I thought, wait, we just finished a 6-week rapid recovery group on Friday. How about I just share with you stuff that happened after 6 weeks of eating on my full Goodbye Autoimmune Disease protocol, and maybe that will motivate you not to mess things up. Today, I was answering a message from someone who had help with their kidney function and lupus, and their kidney function had always gone straight up. And then I just saw a test and I went, that's weird. Why did your kidney function go down? Did you do something, get a medicine? And she goes, oh, well, after I got better, I just went back to eating the old way. I went, what? Anyone who sees me, you get about 10 pages, including your maintenance instructions. You never go back to the way things used to be. That's like going to psychotherapy to get over a codependent relationship and then saying, now that I'm healed, let me go back to that person again. No, there's no going back. It's forward because you don't want to undo things, right? So I want to make sure that those of you who've been working really hard on your health, that you don't undo it because of one day of hedonistic eating that is going to sabotage what you want most, which is more holidays with people you love, right? You want to be able to enjoy life with the people you care about. And so I thought, what better way than to give you some results. Last time I gave some results just talking about changes in kidney function over a month or 2 months, and people really love that. So let's just pick some highlights. I highlighted some, as Solomon can see. I did some highlights here. Lots of highlighting, yep. Okay, so here's one. There was someone in our group, you're going to be seeing her testimonial soon, 35 years old, okay? And she had lupus nephritis. Her kidney function was 54 at the time, and thyroid disease. And when she enrolled in my group, she was actually in the hospital. She was in the hospital because her kidneys were crashing and she was so sick. So from the hospital, went to goodbyelupus.com, enrolled in the group and went, I need this help. And what was interesting about her is she had already reversed her lupus 2 times before, just following my protocol for my books. But every time she did it, she would go back to eating the wrong way. And she goes, okay, I need you to help me so you can fix what's here so I don't go back. Because that's what we do mostly in the group, besides showing them how to eat, which is the easy part, is fixing the part of your brain that got you into the mess and to make sure you don't go back, right? So it's every day listening to me until you can just hear my voice echoing in your head. So here's what happened. So by the end of the 6 weeks, her kidney function was perfect. She got up over 100% of her GFR. She reversed her thyroid disease. And I told her she had a factory reset. And for the first time ever, even when she did this on her own, her dsDNA lupus antibody went away. So she literally said, goodbye lupus, goodnight thyroid disease, and goodbye kidney disease in 6 weeks.
Wow.
That's right. Cool, right? So if you have that illness, it's not worth eating the turkey. You want to eat on plan and get yourself well. Okay. Super, super important.
Day of turkey or a lifetime of health.
You know what? Yeah, he's a good hype man, right?
Quote that.
Quote that. Right? We'll make a meme for that. Here's another person, 49, who had unspecified connective tissue disease, suspected lupus, suspected Sjogren's, just lots and lots of stuff. AFib, needed hospitalizations for conversion because of the AFib. Just severe health issues. Just rashes on her legs. And her legs were so achy, she had trouble even sleeping at night, getting out of bed, just was fully disabled. And she actually said in our final meeting that when she started our group, she was suicidal, which she didn't tell us during the group. She said that she felt like this was her last chance. And if it didn't work, she didn't know how she would keep living. And she actually did so well in her group. She's had no AFib. Her rashes went away and she has no symptoms. She's working. She's seeing her friends. She has a full life for the first time, and feels happy and is looking forward to her life. Again, 6 weeks. Another person, she's also letting us share her video, so I'm looking forward to that. We record the final meeting, and so when people say we can share. This person was 50, fibromyalgia, chronic fatigue, ADHD, and also just she considered herself disabled. She was actually planning to move out of her home into a facility where she could get full-time care because she was too disabled to move. And in the final meeting, most of her pain and fatigue is completely gone. She said she's never felt so happy in her life. She's always been depressed. And she said this is the first time in her life she's ever felt this way, this positive, this happy. I try to download my positivity into them just daily. Just you've got to learn how I think and learn how to change perspective, right? And she's walking, she's seeing friends, and she said, I'm not disabled, and I am not disabled at all anymore, living a full life. In fact, she's even volunteered to start watching her grandson, which she couldn't do before because she was so disabled by her pain and fatigue. She couldn't do anything for herself. She couldn't even help out her family. These are just I'm just going in order of people, but I'm actually going in alphabetical order, going through my group. This isn't even like cherry picking. Let me see. There's another one in the same section. 68-year-old, underactive thyroid, overweight, and then pain everywhere, spine, in her ovaries, muscles, always tired, always sleepy. She was pain-free in 3 days. In 3 days.
Oh, wow.
And she did a ton of emotional healing. And she said she's actually giving away her walker. She's done with it. She's like, I'm never going to be disabled again. And was using a walker, gave it away, right? So it's so important to understand the effect that the way you eat and the way you treat yourself and the way you think and the way you love yourself affects your physical health. And these folks are not young. Well, I mean, compared to you.
Yeah.
They're mostly middle-aged folks that I see. Okay, one was 35. But we have this huge range of people, and literally just taking the time to focus on yourself, how you eat, how you talk to yourself, how you sleep, the self-care, all of that kind of stuff immediately starts impacting people, and it completely transforms them. And it's my favorite thing to do, to be able to impact people's lives this way. But if you can use each of these stories, I want to give you different ones so you can kind of download and say, one of them is me, right? Like I can relate. This is me, and say, if she can do it, I can do it. It's one of my favorite things about the group is that, like, if someone else does it, like if Solomon's getting results, and I'm like, wow, this is real. I'm watching it in real time, and you're watching all the other folks get better.
Getting inspired.
Yeah, and it's also reality, right? Because it's very hard when you're by yourself and you go, I don't even know if this is real. Like, is it possible? Like, maybe I'm just made of different things than other people. It's not possible for me. I've been sick too long. And when you're in a group like that, you're able to see people, because we have an international group, people of different ages. We had one teenager all the way up. Actually, we had a 10-year-old, a teenager, all the way up to a mom in her 90s. Who reversed her kidney disease.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, her daughters forced her. Her daughters did the Facebook on her behalf. But I just got her new kidney function, and she's like 2 points away from normal. Like she did it grouchily, but she did it. But it's just, you can see that it's not age dependent. It's not race dependent. It's dependent on how you feed yourself, both nutritionally and also emotionally, because we do feed our spirits too with the words we use and our self-care and all of those things. So it's a really, really amazing, beautiful thing. We had someone who is 72 who was sick all her life, who is now feeling amazing. Her asthma disappeared that she's had forever. Her asthma's gone. She joined a gym. She went from so tired. She had chronic fatigue syndrome. And at the final meeting, she's talking about her gym and her reps and like how strong she is, right? So cool. I love it. I love it. I love it. It just makes me so happy. And I just want all of you to be able to have these kind of results. We had another young man. Let me see his age. I call him young. If you're younger than me, you're a young man.
What am I?
You're a baby. Okay, he's 35 and also had chronic pain, chronic depression, who was feeling really good by the end, happy. GERD pain gone, energy is through the roof, pain gone. All of the symptoms that he came with disappeared. And he was awesome. He just committed every single day, did everything we said, self-care that we recommended for him, food we recommended, and he took the action every day. It's just awesome, awesome. Let me see. POTS getting better. I wrote and math because one person said not only did her POTS go away, but because her brain fog's better, she's better at math, which she needs for her job. I'm like, this is the first time we've had someone get better at math. I can't promise those results, okay? I still am not so good at adding stuff up in my head. So I can't say that that's gone. Someone from my group just said that she has Sjogren's, which affects the eyes. And her eye doctor said he's never seen her eyes look this good before. 6 weeks. So
you're just going down the alphabet here.
Yeah, I'm just going down. Another person, let's see, pain-free after 2 weeks. And her rheumatologist just saw her at the end of the group. He saw her in week 5 and he said, holy smokes, when he saw her. He was like, he's from a cartoon from the 50s. Holy smokes. This person with scleroderma had a negative ANA for the first time in 12 years before the group was over. Let me see. Improving kidney function. Kidneys fully recovered. The kidneys love our nutrition protocol. It's just this person, chronic pain, off all pain meds, and started dancing again. Lost 25 pounds total. Chronic migraines that she had her whole life. Barely ever has them at all anymore. So this is just, I want to give you that as a gift. And a lot of these people actually gave us permission to share them so you'll see their face and them explaining their stories. But I want to give you that because I think the thing that motivates people the most is hope, right? And you can't have hope without being able to hear like, it's possible for me. And so I want you to remember that when you're looking at Thanksgiving, when you're thinking about Thanksgiving, would I rather have amazing energy and my pain go away and my kidneys come back to normal, my asthma go away, my eyes improve, or would I want turkey? See, you have to put it, because it's not do I want turkey or do I want a green smoothie or a salad? It's do I want all of those benefits or do I want to binge on this day? So I hope that helps you. I know a lot of you came on just because you saw Solomon was here and you wanted to see him. So I'm going to let him have time to talk with you and everything. But I just wanted to give you that. And remember that the changes you make in your diet, the most extreme changes you make for the Goodbye Autoimmune protocol, that's not forever. That's the emergency protocol to get people well as quickly as possible. But in maintenance, you can add whole food, plant-based stuff, which makes Thanksgiving actually pretty easy. You know, you can add in potatoes and cooked vegetables and stuff like that, just not the animal products, not the heavy oils, but eat things in a nice way. It makes it so easy. If you're trying to get well, I recommend you stick with the raw foods. I saw somebody complimented my book and it made me so happy because that took us a while. So I'm going to highlight you because it was so cool. Lego Jams. Oh, he likes Lego, huh? Is loving Goodbye Lupus, Hello Delicious. So that, and Solomon's pictures are in there too of him enjoying the foods. But that book, it's on Amazon, Goodbye Lupus, Hello Delicious, and it has amazing foods that you can make that will look beautiful, from the raw soups and salads, but also you can make like cruciferous lasagna. There's tons of beautiful desserts, even a sweet potato pudding, and you can have this amazing array of food that makes you feel celebratory it doesn't harm you. So I hope we inspire you to do that. You deserve it. You deserve to be well. Okay. And for those of you who are interested in my next rapid recovery group, we're taking off for the holidays. We're going to spend time with this guy. I'm going to keep squeezing your face. That was a good groan. We're going to take off from rapid recovery over the holiday, but we will be back January 24th. It's already enrolling, and the January group always fills up quickly. They always fill, but January fills quickly because everyone's like,
it's like New Year's resolutions, like, yeah.
Fine. 2025 is my year. I'm going to do it. So if you go to goodbyelupus.com or you click the link that's with this video on YouTube and Facebook, on Instagram, it'll be the link in my profile. You can see Work with Dr. G, and there's a group there for those of you who are looking for it. And for those of you who are looking to do this on your own, plenty of people who have the motivation and the stick-to-itiveness to do it. We have the information out there, and I know some people have already commented here about their results. So if you have any questions about that, about what to do about Thanksgiving or anything like that, feel free to ask. We're here to serve you and help you out. Okay, so let's go over to see what people are asking. Let me see here. Okay. Let's see. All right, let's do a celebration first. There's a good celebration here. So the iPhone Muse says, Dr. G, I wanted to let you know after 7 weeks, my blood pressure, cholesterol, and A1C are in the normal range, and my GFR is in the 80s from the 60s. Congratulations. Look at that. Everything's getting better, right? The question is, if TSH is 0.9, is that hyper? It's not necessarily hyper. Hypothyroid is going to come from both your level of your TSH and your symptoms. But if your TSH was like 2 or 3 and now it's down to 0.9, there's a good chance your doctor will need to lower your thyroid medication, which is a common side effect of doing my protocol, is your thyroid starts working again and you don't need to take all that thyroid medicine. It's a great thing. It's a great thing. All right, let's see. A lot of folks wanted to know about, they want to talk to Solomon, so I'm going to get you one. All right, here we go. Rhonda wants to know, Solomon, how does it feel to be famous? What's your life plans and the short goals to get there? What's your purpose?
Okay, I can't answer all of those because I'm still like 15. I don't know my purpose yet, and so just start off with your question. I don't know if I'd say I'm famous quite yet. Like, life is like as normal as it would be for any other kid with me. I do like having an audience that I'm able to help out, like with my book and everything, and like I love being on here with you and getting to talk to all of you guys. Let me see. So my life plans, I don't have all of that figured out yet. So right now I'm like really invested in my schoolwork right now, and I want to try my hardest to get the best grades I can and like get into like the best college I can.
And what is the job you're gunning for?
I'm gunning to be a lawyer. Like, going into law is like currently my dream, and I'm trying to pursue that as well as I can.
What kind of lawyer?
Prosecution. That's my plan, like in that area.
All right. Yeah. And let's see. So your short goals are studying, and there's some purpose in that. Why do you want to be a prosecutor?
I don't know. I guess I want to like serve the American people and like have justice. I don't know.
Okay. All right. There we go. Let's see. Is there anyone asking a question of yours? You might have to scroll down because it's his first time live on his Instagram. There we go.
Oh, here's one for me. I have 6 kids.
Who's it from?
Oh, from Morgan29. I have 6 kids and struggling to pack good lunches for them. What does Solomon take for school lunches? How do I get accepted into Smoothie? I don't know that last part, but I can answer the lunches part. So right now I'm currently in a school where I am able to have vegan food for the school lunches every day, and I'm really fortunate to be in that position. But before that, like last year even, I had to pack my own lunches for myself. So
your whole life until this year?
My entire life up until this year, I've had to pack my own lunches. So here's the key. So I used to pack 2 sandwiches with Ezekiel bread. Then I would put avocado, mustard, and pickles. That combo tastes amazing to me. And of course, if you don't like mustard or you don't like pickles, take them out. The avocados and the bread is the most important part. And I packed 2 of those in a sandwich, in a bag or something like that, or a container. And then I put in 2 apples. I really like apples. You can sub them out for any fruit you want. But yeah, 2 pieces of fruit, 2 sandwiches with avocado. That's all I have. And I had that every day.
From like kindergarten.
Yeah.
And he just loved it. And so the number of apples would vary depending on how much time he had for lunch. But yeah, most people I find make it too complicated and they want to give their kids something different every day. But when you let them make their own lunches, they usually just make the same thing every day and enjoy that, right?
Because it's easy and it's good and it tastes good.
Yeah.
What else do I want?
Yeah, exactly. All right. Krista says, hi, Dr. G. Any additional steps I can take in addition to hypernourishment that can help me through the diarrhea brought on by the E. coli carrots? Oh, no, you got hit with the E. coli carrots. Those of you who don't know, there was a recall on organic carrots. Feeling pretty good, just tired and low appetite. Well, your gut was doing its job. I actually don't like when people necessarily take an antidiarrheal unless they're just nonstop getting dehydrated because your body's actually trying to get rid of the bad stuff that's in there. It's trying to send it out, right? So if you otherwise feel okay and you're recovering, one of the things that can help actually is taking L-glutamine powder can help calm down any inflammation in the gut and usually helps people recover the rest of the way. Oh, I forgot to answer over here. Smoothie Shred. You go to smoothieshred.com, ask for acceptance into our Facebook group, and then you have to make sure you answer the questions. If you don't answer the questions, then you won't get accepted into the group. So just make sure you answer the questions. And they should be pretty straightforward questions. Let's see here. Okay, let's look over at Instagram. Ooh, hi, everybody on Instagram. All right, Alice wants to know, Dr. G, what do you eat before or after workout? Thank you. I don't like to eat before workouts because it makes me nauseated. I just can't do it. And I work out first thing in the morning. So I might have some coffee, depending if I gave myself enough time when I woke up. I kind of roll out of bed and roll out the door. So I might have some coffee, maybe not. And then when I come home, then I make my smoothie when I get home. And if I'm really hungry, like if I did a heavy bodybuilding workout and I could feel the hunger that my muscles are generating, I might eat something like Ezekiel bread with avocado, something like that to give more satiety. If it was mostly a lighter resistance cardio-based workout, the smoothie is plenty. Yeah. Again, I'm not in a healing protocol. So let's see here. Happy Thanksgiving, Kim. All right. Happy Thanksgiving, Alice. Hello to everyone else here. Oh, hi, Diana. Happy Wednesday to you. Let's see. Let's find the next question. All right. And Marta Gliadolini. Hello, I just found you online. I was looking at the many books you published. I have Lupus. I'm 41. Hi, Marta. I'm so glad that you're here. I am now lupus-free 19 years. And because of that, that's why this guy's here. I was told because of the kidney issues I had and the blood clots and lupus that I could never have kids. And because I was
wrong.
Well, with the sickness I had at the time, they were right. What they were wrong about is that I couldn't get better. And it's 19 years lupus-free because of the Goodbye Lupus protocol. So if you're asking me what books to get, the essentials I would say would be the book Goodbye Lupus, which is my story of how I became lupus-free and the science of what to eat and what not to and why. And then I would definitely recommend Goodbye Lupus, Hello Delicious, so you know exactly what to make. Everything in that book is on plan and you could do it. If you struggle emotionally, either just generally speaking, you have anxiety, depression, or trauma, or you struggle with self-sabotage, motivation to stay on plan, Goodbye Autoimmune Disease is a really good choice because it goes through the emotional work necessary for many people to stick with the plan and get well. So hopefully you're feeling well soon. Start now. Don't let Thanksgiving take you down. Okay, and let's see. A couple of people are asking about, I might say this wrong, the Eucharist. So when you go to church and you're supposed to have what they call having the body of Christ, when you go to church and they give you the wafer, whether or not you could do that on the Goodbye Lupus or Goodbye Autoimmune Disease protocol. So no, that is off plan, but the good news is we have many, many Christians and Catholics who have done our rapid recovery programs with us, in addition to people of different faiths, Muslim, Buddhist, Jewish, everybody. But specifically for this question, what folks have found is if they talk to their priest or pastor, that they will bless a flaxseed cracker for them. And they can have a dehydrated flaxseed cracker that was blessed and that they can consume and still have the ceremony of the body of Christ without having something that's off plan. Same true for Jewish people on Passover. You can have flaxseed crackers, they're unleavened, right? So there's always a path. And really, for what I understand, it's not my ritual, but from what I understand from the folks I've actually helped pastors heal themselves with autoimmune diseases, and they have said as long as it's the ceremony, not the ingredients of the cracker or the wafer. So that's how they've done it, and that way they don't have to go off plan at all. Okay. All right, let's look over and see if Smoothie Shred has gotten. Here we go. Smoothie Shred going strong here. All right. Giselle says your son is so cute.
Thank you.
He is cute. All right. Danielle Faust says, I just want to say thank you with all my heart. You've changed my life forever. Oh, you're welcome, Danielle. Danielle, thanks for saying that. Okay. Oh, and Giselle also says, I bought your books and started eating more smoothies and big salads. I have more energy. My blood sugar is almost normal in 2 weeks, and my sinuses are also good. Thanks. You're welcome. All right, let's see here. I just bought your son books also, but I didn't receive it yet. Maybe tomorrow. Okay, that's a good one, especially on Thanksgiving, so that you have his book is 50 comebacks for vegan kids, and it's got a comeback for every argument people throw at you to try to argue with you being plant-based or vegan, so it's really good. A lot of people have told me they bring it on Thanksgiving.
Yep, and I've gotten reviews on Amazon, like all 5-star reviews, and I've had multiple of them from adults saying that like they brought it to Thanksgiving table and then their family's like, oh, why are you eating this? Oh, this isn't actually good for you. And then they're able to just, actually page 31 or right here it says this.
So, where do you get your protein? Hold on a second.
It says for kids, but I wasn't expecting it to be so useful for adults. And at a time like this, they need it.
Absolutely. All right. Darnell wants to know, my husband has diabetes and a lot of trouble sleeping. Can your protocol help him? Yes, absolutely. It can help. Type 2 diabetes is reversible and people get well from that. But even people with type 1 diabetes find that their insulin needs go down, their blood sugars are better, their symptoms are better. So it is definitely a good thing to do. All right, let's go over here and see the other Facebook. We've got so many different places to check on. All right, let's go to regular Facebook. Where are they starting in here? All right. Let's see here. Okay, let's see. Kelly says, I'm going through kidney failure due to an autoimmune disease. They think it may be lupus. My GFR right now is 19. I've become very good at watching my potassium, phosphorus, and sodium. I know there's a lot of restrictions on what I should eat. How do we navigate that? A lot of the recipes would be way over my potassium, phosphorus for the day. I'm also allergic to zucchini and avocados. Look in your site to book an appointment is 4 months out. Okay, so let me answer the last part first. I know my appointments are booked out, I think, till April right now. If you get a rush appointment, so you add the rush fee, I will add time to my schedule, and that's 12 weeks out max. I know those are booking early February, so that's sooner. Rapid recovery starts in January. So January would be the soonest that you'd be able to get in. And most folks who have kidney failure or organ failure of any kind, whether it's lung, kidney, that liver, they usually do rapid recovery just because when organs are involved, you don't want to waste time where you might be getting sicker or getting it wrong instead of getting better. So with organ failure, it is good to get in as soon as possible. And to get as much oversight as possible. That said, you can start getting your kidney function up now. My protocol is amazing for kidney issues. If you heard me just reviewing stuff earlier, talking about results, everyone with kidney issues who follows the protocol, their kidney function gets better. BUN comes right down. They can get points back on their GFR. Some of them all the way back to normal, like the first one I just talked about. Other folks, even the person whose GFR was 3, got her kidney function up. She was able to raise her kidney function and normalize her BUN, lower her blood pressure medications, even down at 3%. So it is the best thing you can do is start now. You don't have to worry about phosphorus on my protocol, especially the Full Goodbye Lupus protocol. Nobody's phosphorus goes up on that plan. But what you want to do is do a low potassium version of it. So you would substitute things in my recipe. So you're going to take out all the high potassium foods. So if you meet with me, I can list and go through and help you, personalize it. But you want to make sure that you're not eating avocados, bananas, tomatoes, all those high potassium things. Use chia instead of flax. And if you do those things, or filtered flax oil, if you do those things and you get regular tests in my rapid recovery programs, I really request people get weekly labs so I can make sure that not only does their kidney function go up, and kidney function usually goes up in earliest 4 days on our protocol. It goes up immediately. So one, we watch it go up, and two, we make sure that the potassium levels are good, that the sodium levels are good. You're going to have to limit your water intake. Your nephrologist can tell you how much. So if you're going to get started, then that's what I do. I'd undereat at first and check your labs, and then build up slowly. Even if you undereat, kidney function will go up, but if you eat the wrong things, it will go down. So, all right, let's see here. Another person wants to know what you want to be as an adult. Everyone wants to know what are you going to do? Let's see if there's other questions, because you answered that. Let's see. The initiate says you look so much like me.
Thank you.
Oh, you took it as a compliment. I take it as a compliment. Thank you. Like cutie pie. Let's see. Ann Wheeler saying, yes, I don't want those yucky foods. I want health. Yes. Yours. Let's see if we can find some more. Do you have any questions on yours?
I'll take a look.
Let's see. Oh, great advice from Solomon. Okay.
Okay, well, I have one that's kind of personal, but Veronica is asking if I play any sports. So I've recently entered a table tennis obsession, and I'm playing it every day at school. And I'm also into like pickleball, and this year I'm planning on playing tennis in school. Thanks for the question.
Yes, he at his school, if you finish your lunch early, you're allowed to go outside and play pickleball or table tennis. And this kid is nonstop. Let's see here.
Yeah, I've grown a bit of an obsession.
That's what you do, though. He obsesses about something until he masters it, and then he moves on to the next thing.
Then I get bored, and next thing.
You're next. Thank you. Next. All right. Let's see. All right. Let's go back up to YouTube. Let's see. Jacob wants to know, hi, Dr. G. My wife is wondering if hypernourishment would help her with thinning hair. She used to have gray hair, but the last years it's really thin to the point that she won't go out without a hat. Oh, okay. Well, it can only help. So the great thing about hypernourishing is, besides the fact that it reverses disease and accelerates cellular repair, it gives your body the nutrition it needs to optimize cellular health. And so oftentimes you see the benefits in the areas where you have the greatest cellular division, right? So a lot of our body is kind of repairing itself and dividing at a slower rate, but nails, skin, hair, you see a lot of cell division, and you can see changes there that show up pretty quickly. So most folks who do my program, especially the really aggressive ones like the Goodbye Lupus protocol, find that they get their hair back. And we've had people who have lost their hair completely from inflammatory conditions get it back. Now, I don't know why your wife's losing her hair, if it's related to menopause or inflammation or whatever it is, but if it's nutrient issues, then that will get fixed. And that's one of the issues. I mean, we have to go get haircuts. He goes at 4 weeks and it's already just over his ears growing. And every time we go, what does Vivian say about how fast our hair grows?
Oh, that it grows like way too fast. How is it? None of her other clients.
Yeah, she's always like, it's your nutrients. You guys just grow hair like weeds, right? So if it's based on nutrients, inflammation, anything like that, or issues with disease, thyroid disease. So anything that's disease related, if you're doing our protocol, then your health will get better and the hair growth will show that. But just also make sure that she's getting the care she needs. Like if her TSH is really high and her thyroid function is low, she might need help from the doctor with thyroid hormone while she's working on her health through nutrition as well. So don't want to ignore finding out what the cause is. Make sure there's not other health issues she needs help with. Okay, let's see here. Let's see here. Safi wants to know, I'm changing over from a mostly raw vegan diet. Is it okay to keep eating a pound of bananas a day and a cup of berries? I don't know what your goals are. So if you are a healthy person and you want to eat that much fruit, that's totally fine. If you're trying to reverse disease on my protocol, we keep fruit to a minimum. We keep fruit to 25% of the diet or less. We found less fruit actually accelerates cell repair and disease reversal. But once you're healthy and feeling good, there's no reason to limit fruit intake. Okay, let's see here. Okay, Deep Sun wants to know, asking on behalf of my mom, what is the risk of developing osteoporosis on this protocol if you don't do strength training? Well, you won't develop osteoporosis because of the protocol, if that's what she's asking. This protocol has actually been key in helping people reverse osteoporosis. The nutrition gets you healthier, your muscles, your bones, your organs, your overall health gets healthier, right? It gets better. Then you add the strength training because that's what triggers the increase in bone density, is the increase in your muscle strength. Okay. So on any nutrition plan, if you want to build bone density, you still have to build muscle density. Okay. But the nutrition, if you do our protocol, it will give you the results you're looking for. I haven't seen people reverse osteoporosis on other ways of eating, but I've seen it this way. So she needs to make sure she gets her vitamin D. That's important. And of course, make sure that she's eating on-plan foods, and then go do the strength training, because that's what actually causes the increase in density to happen. So you need to do both. It's a very important thing. Very important thing. I love my morning boot camps because there's even a lady in her 80s in my boot camp, and she's pushing the box and she's lifting heavy and doing all this stuff. And she looks so fit and strong. And it's so, so important. And one of the trainers told me this week that she got into fitness because her mother got osteoporosis and broke her back, and she's disabled, has to be over a walker for the rest of her life. And she was like, no, thank you. So exercise is important for all of us, but especially as women, that as we get older, we have to keep up the strength training. Walking is not enough. You have to actually do the strength training. All right, let's see. Rhonda wants to know, Solomon, do you now have a writing bug? Do you have a new book idea?
So yeah, I said this earlier, but I don't have anything planned at the moment. So I'm not completely like taking the option off of the table, like if I want to do that in the future. But right now I don't have any desire to pursue that, and I don't have any good book ideas. So.
Well, why did you write the first book? What was the biggest factor besides wanting to do some service was what?
I also had like so much time on my hands to do that. So if I were to do it, it would have to be like over a summer or like when I finish school. So as of right now, nothing new's coming out, but I could come back to it in the future.
Yeah, that was he was bored during COVID. So he was saying, he said it before we went live on his Instagram, before we went live on mine, on my social media. And that was his COVID project. He was really bored. So after learning trick yo-yos and learning cubing, speed cubing, like Rubik's Cubes and all sorts of strange magic tricks. I mean, he was just learning everything he could. And then finally he wrote the book.
He had nothing else to do.
Yeah. So now that he's working so hard at school, he's not really having much free time.
Yeah.
So, but maybe one day. Let me see here. All right. Okay. So Laura wants to know, I'm trying to gain a little weight. Can I eat something else besides salads if I'm getting my cruciferous vegetables in my smoothie? I'm already fully raw for a few years and have no disease. If you're otherwise healthy, absolutely. So the first thing you want to do is you want to do the strength training exercises, because you want to gain weight through muscle building, right? I highly recommend my husband's book, Miracle Metabolism, and it tells you how to go from a hyper-nourishing plant-based diet that you use for healing and fat loss to one that you can use for muscle building as well. So yeah, that's something you want to take the limiter off of fruits. If you're staying completely raw, then the highest bang for your buck is going to come from eating more fruit and maybe raw sweet potatoes. You can eat raw sweet potatoes, not regular potatoes that taste like dirt, and things that are more dense like that. But I recommend his book. It's very important that when you're trying to gain weight, that you put the right foods with the right exercise, and you'll get the results you're looking for. Okay. Okay, let's see here. Wendy wants to know, what is the best vegetable for protein? I've been needing to cut back out fruit in the smoothie. I feel like I need something different. I'm on the Goodbye Autoimmune protocol with high insulin sensitivity. The highest protein foods in my protocol are the cruciferous vegetables. Very high in protein, give you everything you need. Absolutely. All right, let's see here. Let's go back over, see if Smoothie Shredder's added something.
And Linnell just made her smoothie.
What's that? Oh. Drinking smoothie while watching me. I like that. Let's see here. Oh, thank you, Renata. Happy Thanksgiving over to you in Prague. Let's see. All right, Claudine wants to know, is Solomon all legs? He looks shorter than you sitting down. Good to see him. You raised a great kid. He lowered his chair.
I'm on a lower chair.
He actually lowered his chair because he was above me. And so if he makes his chair level to mine, he actually is taller than me. Here, level up.
Oh, okay.
Level up.
There.
No, a little or
a bit. Okay.
There.
Yeah.
That's actual reality now. So yeah, he's taller than me now. But yeah, I think he got the mostly leg gene from me, but more balanced than me. I have no torso. All right, let's see. All right, let's look over at Facebook. Okay. Oh, let me answer this for Tiffany because even though she's on YouTube, she said her GFR dropped 9 points when she had first started a week on protocol and stopped because it scared her. It wasn't because of the protocol. That's the one thing I can tell you 100% for sure. Because at this point, I've worked with at least hundreds, if not more, people with kidney failure. Because ever since publishing Reversing Kidney Failure and getting someone off the transplant list in 6 weeks, I have constant work with people with kidney failure. Like I said, in my last group, the lowest GFR was 3, and then another one at 9, and another one in the 30s, another one at 30. All of them get better. So if it went down, just know it wasn't because of the protocol. Okay. So if the protocol is being done right, it only benefits kidney. What could drop your GFR suddenly? A lot of things. Some medications. So for example, if you were put on a diuretic at the same time, which a lot of times when people are in kidney failure and put on a diuretic, diuretics immediately drop GFR. Right? So if you were starting on a diuretic, that could have been the case. It could have been that you weren't eating the protocol correctly. So for example, oftentimes when people have kidney issues, and especially those on dialysis, I've helped people get off of dialysis. But when they go to dialysis, then the nurse will tell them, here's a protein bar, here's a protein shake. And then they add that. And then that will drop your GFR because any kind of animal protein processed items, those drop GFR. So it was something else is what I'm saying. And this is the best thing that you can do. And if you're struggling, then work with us and I will make sure you get it right. I am obsessive about my clients and making sure every one of them, especially in my group where I see them every day, making sure every single one of them is getting better. I track all of them every single day. Every one of them gets individual attention, even though it's a group protocol, so that we make sure every single member is getting what they need emotionally, nutritionally, physically. We're solving every problem we can. So if you're struggling to do it on your own, let me obsess over you and I'll make sure you get it right. All right, let's see. Tasha, happy Thanksgiving. Do you still use chlorella and spirulina? Nah, I got bored of it. When I was writing my smoothie book years ago, which I took it off of Amazon, stopped buying it secondhand. Compared to my new recipe book, it sucks. It was like, I didn't even expect people to buy that book. The smoothie book was something I put out to help my clients at the time when no one knew who I was, have a way to get their, get some recipes and stuff. And listen, people like it and the recipes are great. You can totally use them. But now Goodbye Lupus, Hello Delicious is an amazing, beautiful book. I mean, awesome. And it has smoothies. It has breakfast, main meals, snacks, tons of dressings, desserts. If you're going to get a recipe book, get that one. But at the time I did that one, I was experimenting a lot with spirulina, chlorella. I stopped buying them. They're expensive and unnecessary, but you can use them if you want. I just don't bother anymore. Katie wants to know if it helps with lymphedema. Yes, I had someone, she has a video out. There's someone who made a video for me who had reversal lymphedema in my rapid recovery group. Actually, it was pretty cool. All right, let me see if Smoothie Shred has a question. Yes. Let me see here. So Deb says, I just had my gallbladder removed. Should I ease back into chia and flax seeds? No, you can use them. It'll help you heal faster. Listen, you can still make all the enzymes that you need. The gallbladder is a storage compartment for your liver enzymes, right? But it's not, you still produce them. So since you no longer have storage, just take the flax and chia seeds that you would normally eat throughout the whole day and just have break it up into like 4 to 6 servings and have 1 serving every couple hours. And that way you'll be able to digest them all and that'll help you heal faster. Let's see here. All right. And Darnell wants to know, thank you for all you do and happy Thanksgiving. I've been doing hypernutrition protocol for several weeks, but this last week had abdominal issues. Is that normal or something else going on? Something else. Usually the biggest issue people have with their gut is when they first start it and their gut goes, what are you doing? Why? Right? That's the first week or two, right? That's a lot of what we do in the first couple of weeks of our rapid recovery group is get everyone's gut on board. Like one person's going too much, one person can't go it on. And what about this gas? And, we're trying to help everyone adjust. If you've been doing it for weeks and suddenly got hit, you got hit with something. So considering the recall, there might have been that organic carrot recall might have gotten you. Could be a stomach bug or something like that. Yeah. It's really sad because the reason that you get E. coli in vegetables has nothing to do with vegetables. That's how they get us plant-based eaters. You know where it comes from?
It comes from poop, right?
And where does the poop come from? He's on the spot.
Wait, animals?
Yeah. So what happens is the factory farms that they have, and that's where most meat is produced, is factory farms where they've got thousands of animals crammed in the tiniest space. So they're crammed into little buildings where you can't see them so that you don't go, oh my God, what's happening there, right? So they're crammed in and they produce enormous amounts of poop, of fecal matter. And so there's often a river of feces that leaves these factory farms. And there's some lakes that are called, they're dead. They have no life in them anymore. No more fish, nothing, because so much fecal runoff from factory farms has gone into those lakes that have killed all life. Now, fecal matter is full of E. coli. And so a lot of times there will be a perfectly innocent farm that produces carrots and spinach and other plant foods that's nearby, and the runoff from one of these factory farms will contaminate. Maybe there's rain or something,
so
and the runoff
ruined it for us.
Aww. And then we eat the E. coli, and we're like, why are we getting this? So not always do we see the recall, but that's where it comes from. There's no E. coli inherent to carrot farming and spinach farming. It's coming from the animals. Yes.
Carrots don't have E. coli naturally.
Yes. Okay. Myra, if your kidney function's low, you got to stop with just smoothies and go full into the Goodbye Lupus protocol. That is what makes the difference. You need to be all out. When it comes to kidney function, you got to go all out and make sure you do the raw program. Why it is that adding some cooked food slows down the reversal of the kidney disease, I do not know. And I don't pretend to know, and I don't like to make things up. So all I can tell you is results-wise, with all the people I've worked with, there are some folks who do mostly raw and a little bit cooked, and their kidney function still goes up, especially if they have higher kidney function to begin with. But the folks who have low kidney function, it's only the raw that works. So just make sure that you do the full protocol. All of you guys who struggled, you, Tiffany, whoever's struggling, make sure your full protocol and make sure that there wasn't some other factor. Because again, every single person I've worked with kidney issues, every one of them with zero negatives, every single one of them improved, and I could see it in their labs. So the difference has got to be something else that you're doing, or that you're not getting it right yet. You're not on the full protocol left and yet. And again, since it's your kidneys and it's a necessary organ, that's when I recommend you work with me to help you get it right. Because listen, I put all the info out there for free because I want everyone to get better. And if you don't need me, that's wonderful. I love when all these celebrate here, all the recovery you're having on your own. And when your life is at stake, when your organs are at stake, get the help you need so that you can recover fully, and then you don't need anybody anymore. So very, very important, especially if you're struggling to get results. I mean, we have a lot of folks who message me and say, hey, my kidneys are back, they're perfect, all I did was follow your book. Awesome. But if you're struggling, hopefully I answered it. You're like, oh my God, I was on diuretics, or oh wait, I was eating those protein bars, whatever it was. There was some other cause, and if I knew your case, I'd be able to tell you. But without knowing your case, I can't. Okay. Let me see here. Let's look over at Instagram, see what they're asking here. Oh, one for Solomon. Oh no, just hi, Dr. Gina Solomon. Okay. Can I have two? I'm like, why are they asking Solomon about smoothies? Can I have 2 smoothies a day with 250, I'm guessing 250 kale, like leaves or grams, maybe grams, 2 bananas, fruit, or is that too much? Fruit, it just depends on the size of it. If you go to goodbyelupus.com, free gifts, there's a video of me showing you how to make the smoothie in a compliant way. So I encourage you all to go there, goodbyelupus.com, go to the free gifts area, and you'll be able to see video on exactly how I make the smoothie. Also, if you go to smoothieshred.com, Let me write it in here. You should be able to see it most places. SmoothieShred.com. We also have free smoothie recipes there and instructional videos to help. Why can't I see this? That's so weird. No. Oh my goodness. I think it went in there. So that should help you be able to do it too. All right. The clocks. Where can I find the 6-week sessions? Okay. If you go to goodbyelupus.com, then there's this part that says work with Dr. G here. I could probably show you. Let me see if I can use my advanced screen sharing. I'm going to try. Here we go. All right. Present. Here we go. Share screen. I'm doing it. Goodbye Lupus. Bam. Okay. Let me just show you for the folks who are looking for this. If you go to goodbyelupus.com, let me make this a bit bigger. All right. So this is my website, goodbyelupus.com. That's about old Bob. All right. Now, if you go to the first thing I want to show you is free healing gifts. If you click this, it'll give you access to me making the smoothie and some information that can help you out. And then if you're looking for working with me, click work with Dr. G, and you can see appointments, 6-week rapid recovery group, and then 4-week private one-on-one rapid recovery. And so if you do that, then it tells you, oh, that's testimonials, but that's where you'd be able to enroll in the group. Okay. So that is how you do it for those of you who are asking that question. Stop screen. Here we go. Bam, look at me.
Oh, we're back. Okay.
Hey. All right.
Wow.
I'm almost 48. Look at me go with this technology, huh? I know you're impressed. All right, let me see here. Okay, let's go back here. All right. And Laura says, Solomon's so sweet. Nice to see you guys. All right,
Thanks.
Ana Monica Santos and Smoothie Shred said, is flaxseed bread made with just flax seeds, lemon, and bicarbonate soda allowed in the Goodbye Lupus protocol? No, but that would be fine for step down and maintenance. Fine for step down and maintenance. Let me see. Any recommendations for mental fatigue, tired eyes? I think vitamin D would help. More calories, full protocol. As I mentioned at the beginning of this, when I was reviewing people who have already, who just finished our rapid recovery group, everyone with chronic fatigue, no chronic fatigue anymore, right? They're working out, going out, volunteering, working. They just did full protocol, including the self-care, the sleep, the self-love, and all the nourishment. Make sure you are going all out on the nourishment. You should never be hungry, okay? Remember, hypernourishment guidelines are just a starting point. You're going to keep eating, especially as you become more active and all of that too. All right. Any more you got on your side?
I've been looking. I haven't been getting much.
Okay, let's see. Well, no, you got some folks watching you though. Solomon, please come back. Solomon, I miss you. Who's that? Is that one of your friends
I don't
from
know.
high school? I think it is. There you go.
So, hi Solomon and Dr. G. What is your favorite smoothie recipes? Thank you so much for your time and teaching. No problem. So I make the smoothies every morning, and what I do is I put greens to the 3/4 line on the blender, and I pack it in. Make sure
Greens, right?
Yeah, greens.
Power greens.
And then you fill water to that line. Then I throw in like 2 or 3 bananas, and then fill the rest up with frozen mango, and that's what I make.
And chia and flax seeds, or what? Whichever.
Yeah. I keep it simple.
Let's see. Oh, well, somebody really loves you.
Yes.
Somebody's heartbroken. They miss Solomon so much. You got to post more. Use your social media. All right, let's see. Okay. Well, Polly B says, I'm struggling to change my diet. I can eat vegetables, but with spices, I try raw, but in the winter I need warmth and food. It's really important. This is one that I hear a lot, especially now. It's getting colder. For a lot of folks, there's fall happening, winter's coming. Listen, your nutritional needs don't change with the weather. Your body needs what it needs. So if you are trying to do the full protocol because you're sick, then you need other ways to warm up. So use hot tea, hot water with lemon. Wear a smoothie blanket or smoothie sweater. I have some sweaters here that's like my smoothie sweater that I wear when I, drinking a cold smoothie. You need other ways to warm up. Get some exercise. Get the blood flowing through your veins so you heat up, right? There's other ways to warm up besides with food. So if you're in step down, you're already healthy. You're just maintaining good health. enjoy cooked plant-based food. And yes, you can use spices. If you have my book, Goodbye Lupus, Hello Delicious, you'll see all sorts of spices. Those are mostly just powdered dried plants. That's fine. But make sure you don't decide what you're going to do about your diet based off of whether or not you want to be warm or cold, or based off of cravings, or based off of holidays. Do it based off of what your goals are for your health and your life. And you're not going to go wrong if you do that. Okay. Let's see here. Let's see. Some people commiserating about warm food. I understand, but you can also let things be room temperature. You don't have to do smoothies. You can make raw vegetables and have them be out room temperature. Doesn't go bad. All right, let's see here. Pam says, I have Thomas Tadlock's tummy tightener. Oh my gosh, the alliteration. Thomas Tadlock's tummy tightener. Is there any downside to follow this program while falling goodbye autoimmune? No, it's a great fit. So his tummy tightener program is awesome. For those of you who don't know it, it's a 10-day tummy tightener.
10-day Thomas Tadlock tummy tightener.
Yes. Thomas Tadlock's 10-day tummy tightener. Yes. Say it 10 times in a row. Yes. So the 10-day tummy tightener is a program to help people who want to lose inches off their waist as quickly as possible. And it is really good. I've done it, and it is intense. It is so effective and so aggressive. It made me question if he liked people the first time I did the first workout. The first workout's the hardest. I think it's better from there. But man, I lost 1.5 inches off my waist in 10 days. And that was after having a baby. So it was pretty awesome. So there is a nutrition plan included in that, but you don't need to follow it. Actually, the Goodbye Lupus protocol is perfect. You will lose inches when you combine those two together. It's really, really good. And you can do it as many times as you want. It doesn't have to just be 10 days. It's very effective. If you go to smoothieshred.com, you can see there's a link to Thomas's website too, and you can learn his fitness stuff.
I have a question over here I wanted to answer. So the question is, Solomon, do you find it hard to socialize with your friends at restaurants? And I wanted to say, no, not at all. When I'm there, when I'm at a restaurant with my friends, I'm there to hang out and socialize with them. I don't find that anything's ever about the food that we're eating. And like meetups in general, we never make it about the food. Like maybe I hang out with my friends often to play Dungeons and Dragons, so it has nothing to do with the food. I find it incredibly easy to socialize. They're my friends. They have my back. They know I'm not eating the same things as them, but we don't make it about that. None of us find it to be a big deal, and we just have fun doing whatever activity we're doing.
Yeah. I mean, they might tease you sometimes, and then you tease them right back, and it's no big deal, but they respect you.
But I find that even now, like, it's just like, I don't find that I even get teased by them at all anymore. It's not at all a big deal.
They've learned your comebacks just not to bother. That kid's always got to come back. Let me see here. Let me see if I find another one. All right. Lego Jan says, happy Plantsgiving. Thankful for you, Dr. G. Live Q&A. Perfect break from the kitchen. Making a lot of meals for the fam and yummies from Goodbye Lupus, Hello Delicious. Sweet potato pudding, crudités with guac, and the slaw. That's awesome. I love it so much. Let's see here. I don't have any recommendations, SJR, on CBD. I don't prescribe it. There's folks I see that use it, but I don't know what's good, what's bad, what's helpful, what's not. That's just not my area. International Cross Music wants to know, are fermented foods okay in Goodbye Lupus protocol, like pickles, olives, kimchi, sauerkraut? If they are plant-based, usually you can get away with a little bit of it. They're not on the protocol, so I would recommend first you start getting results on protocol before you start adding other things that might cause a reaction in you that you don't expect. But otherwise, you can usually get away with a little bit of that. There's not necessary, though. All right. Nancy Pants. I like that name. Thank you for all you and your family do for people. Do you have programs that offer payment plans for those who can't pay in full? There's nothing on the site for that, but if you reach out to me, we can work something out. It was just whenever so I've had folks in the past that made payments like with Venmo or Zelle, and then when they were paid in full, they let me know, we check the receipts and put them into the next program. So we can do that. Just email me, drg@goodbyelupus.com, and in all caps, just write your payment plan question, and then I'll help you out if you need to. Let me see here. Supra says, my sister has lupus, currently kidney issues, doing dialysis weekly, thrice, so 3 times a week. Doctors are advising a transplant. Is it possible to reverse this? Please advise. I don't know. I don't know if it's too late or not, but I can tell you there's only benefits to be had. So I've helped people who are on 3 times a week dialysis go down to 2 times, 1 time, and off. I have a client recently who did that. She had to ask her doctor every time because she kept coming back and going, wait, do I need to do dialysis? And my electrolytes are still fine. And they'd go, I don't know. We're not used to that. And so she was able to go from 3 a week to 2 a week to 1 a week. And now she's off of it and went back to work. Right. So there's folks who can do that. There's other folks who are still going to need dialysis because they have no kidney function left, but we still get improvements. BUN comes down, creatinine comes down, and so it'll prolong the time they have. They're still going to need dialysis because there's been too much permanent damage, scar tissue, to go all the way up to a level where they don't need the assistive dialysis, but they feel better. They come off their blood pressure medicines or can at least reduce them, and they prolong the health and life of the kidneys that they currently have. So there's only a benefit, but my guess is if she's doing 3 times a week dialysis, we probably need to work together to get a plan that's going to be effective without spiking her potassium or, making her sodium go down or all those things. You have to be very careful. Although at least on dialysis, if there's a disruption, they're already cleaning her blood. But we would probably start with a very restricted and aggressive plan to get as much results as possible without disrupting her electrolytes. So that said, it's going to be if she wants it, because we can't want it for other people. We have to love them through their choices. But if she wants to do that, I'd love to be able to help her. Any last ones over here?
I've been lucky. I didn't see any.
Okay. Let's see here if there's any last ones we could do. Okay. Let me see on Instagram. Oh, and Diana, I can't display my Instagram ones, but I'm gonna. All right, ready, Solomon? Oh no. I messed up on this. Let's try it.
I'm ready.
You're ready? All right. So we'll have to point. Is it this way? Yeah. Is it this way or the other way? This way? I have to point towards you.
This. Oh
yeah.
Yeah,
this way. Ready? 1, 2, 3. All right. I took a picture of it for Diana.
It did an update on that one. That one's a bit behind.
We'll try it again. It says, have hope, peeps. I reversed MS with a protocol in 2021. It's real and it can happen for you. It is real and it's worth it. Okay, let's see here. Someone wants to know what I think of the avocado that we get at Costco. I like them because they're big. It's a good deal. All right, let's see here. I want to get one more from each area. Sonia, what do you recommend for dry eyes? Thanking your family. Your family is beautiful. Thank you. For dry eyes, 1, make sure you're fully hydrated. So 96 ounces a day is the amount of water for hypernourishment, up to a gallon. As long as you don't have water restriction for heart disease, kidney disease, then go for that. And make sure that you're doing your omega-3s. Very important for eyes. In fact, they found it to be so effective in research, they started recommending flax and chia and other omega-3 sources for eye issues. And they've even come out with eye drops with omega-3s in them. Now, I don't know if it's actually effective topically, but it's very important. So do our protocol and get yourself as healthy as you can. It works well. All right. And Moja Maman, I want to get buff and get my muscles back. Yeah. Get it. Oh, and people love Solomon. Of course you do.
Thanks.
All right. Let me see here. On Maker Coffee said, I heard your name from an inflammation group on Facebook. A person said you healed her and her daughter. Wow. That's so awesome. And I love when people share. It's tough in other Facebook groups because people tell me all the time that they get kicked out of Facebook groups for sharing their recovery. I've had so many people who are in like rheumatoid groups, lupus groups, Sjogren's, scleroderma, where they come on and say, I've actually reversed all my symptoms. I'm getting off my medicines and all I did was follow the Goodbye Lupus protocol. She's giving free information away. You can learn for free on her website, and they get kicked out of the group because they're not interested in that. They want to talk about meds. They want to talk about symptoms. They don't want to talk about recovery. And these are people who they're not connected to me in any way. They're just sharing their experiences, and they can share their experiences about medicines, but they don't let them share about nutrition. So it's kind of weird. But those groups don't exist without the illnesses, right? So I don't know. It's sad. But I'm happy that when people actually get to share that and inspire other people. I know there's a group that's all about birdshot uveitis, very rare inflammatory autoimmune condition of the eyes that really has no effective treatments. They get injections of steroids into their eyeballs and they can go blind. And my protocol, my Goodbye Lupus protocol, reverses that disease completely. And so I know there's birdshot uveitis groups on WhatsApp and on Instagram or other places where they talk about my protocol and share with each other. So it's definitely, that's a cool thing. Very cool thing. All right, let's see. I think we did a lot. And I got some food prep to do. Are you going to help me or are you just working on eating?
I mean, my job is eating, but I wouldn't mind helping.
He said he wants to have double
I'll help
smoothies
you.
tomorrow to keep his belly as inflated as possible so he can eat all of my Thanksgiving food.
I looked online, like, what's the most effective way to eat as much as possible on Thanksgiving, and I'm trying that out.
Now, that's only good if you're eating healthy, okay?
Yes. Yeah, if you're healing from anything, do not take my advice. Take Mom's advice. She's the expert. I'm the 15-year-old.
Well, if they're trying to get in, hyper-nourishing raw foods, stretch the belly, eating healthy, stretch the belly, eating badly, watch my Thanksgiving video. I posted it this week on YouTube, on Facebook, on Instagram, all about how to either keep healing and losing weight and being healthy and all those things during Thanksgiving, or how to at least mitigate the damage and do the best you can if you're planning to eat badly. I try to help everyone I can. But I'm going to start working on my food prep. We already set the table. And I hope you all have a beautiful Thanksgiving. Remember, this is a holiday that is about love and family and gratitude. And those are my 3 favorite things.
Aww.
So I hope you all have a beautiful, wonderful holiday. And I'll see you next time. He won't be here. He'll be back at school. But I will see you next time next week. Have a great Thanksgiving, everybody. Good to see you all.